Doors closing. Doors opening.
Thank you.
Going down.
This is Harrison's kid. Barbados. I'm about to go on travel. So, taking the beauty of this heaven on earth with me.
Doors opening.
All right. So this is the cave. This way, yeah. So this is the gift shops and so on. Where you can purchase your souvenirs and so on.
Straight ahead, through the double doors is where you're going.
Nice and refreshing. Water.
Cave Interpretation Center. Wait, this way, right? Yeah. This way?
The desires of any kind of guest. Come evening time, there are special spots for
2
many guests.
o'clock.
Some hosted
2 o'clock?
more visitors than locals. So, where you find more Bayesian locals than visitors.
Not in motion. And we're approaching our descent right now. And are you guys excited?
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm excited too. It's a pleasure to have you all on board with us. There's also a sculpture on your right that was created in Montreal, Canada, and it depicts the cave's first two explorers. Their names are Tony Mason, a Barbadian, and Ole Sorensen, a Danish speleologist again. You guys are seeing Peter. He will be our driver today. Everyone say hi to Peter.
Hi, Peter.
And as we enter the cave, yes, she just asked the question I was about to answer, but you can feel free to take photos or videos with a flash or without a flash. That is optional and entirely up to you. The choice is yours. And as we enter the cave, through an engineered path, I'm going to allow you guys to know the single rule that we want you guys to follow as we travel through the cave. You're strictly prohibited from touching any of the cave's formations. That is an offense under the laws of Barbados, and you can be fined up to $50,000 or jailed or both for doing so. But we just entered a tunnel that was constructed in 1978. Welcome to the Boyce Tunnel. It is named after a gentleman called Noel Boyce. He was the first member of the construction team to single-handedly operate a 955K Caterpillar machine, which was responsible for the formation of the tunnel we've just entered. The cave's existence was known to us from the 1700s, first documented by an Englishman. His name was George Pinkard, and his archival notes were then rediscovered in 1969, and they led to the rediscovery of this cave at that time. Now you're going to hear me mentioning two names a lot: Tony Mason, the Barbadian, and Ole Sorensen. They were responsible for crawling through this cave and mapping it out, and these two men were real gentlemen, and they're still alive to this day. But as we've been traveling so far, have you guys started to feel any droplets on your skin as yet? I'll tell you what, those droplets have the ability to make each of you 10 to 15 years younger. You might want to start rubbing those in right about now, as they're completely harmless. They travel from the surface above us through that porous, permeable stone above your head called coral limestone. That's what you guys can see above your head. And as those droplets travel through the coral limestone, they take with them a mineral called calcite, and as that calcite mineralized water mass mixes with the natural air you find within the cave, it hardens to create calcium carbonate, which is what you are seeing above your heads from the sword-like stalactites. These are the pointed ones you can see hanging downward from the ceiling of this cavern, and you would also find calcium carbonate beneath them in the mound-shaped or rounded stalagmites. These are the ones that you can see growing from the floor of this cavern, and the growth process for each of these formations is also immensely slow. It takes each and every one of them 120 years to increase by 2.5 centimeters or 1 inch of growth. Across the road, we've been traveling all day. It took 5.5 years to be constructed, and the engineers were hired from North America, Canada, as well as the Caribbean, and as they were constructing these roads, they also took the liberty to craft what you are about to see on your right. We call it a window. And as you look through that window, you should be seeing a pool of water beneath there. Is that right? That pool of water you can see has been tested, and we've gotten the same result each and every time. That is 85 to 95% pure, filtered, drinkable rainwater. With that being said, are any of you feeling thirsty? Yeah? Someone said yes just now, and that will cost you $50,000 US, and we do accept card, cash, or check. And if you're wondering now how the water gets so pure, again above your heads is coral limestone. This makes 86% of Barbados' land mass. Great for filtering water, and it could also be accredited to the fact that we can drink our tap water freely here in Barbados. We're about to make our first detour on your left, and as we make our first detour, lend me your imagination as we are now looking into what we call the village. And as you look into the village, you should be seeing some people here. Is that right? I can see mothers, fathers, sisters, and brothers, aunties, and uncles, grandparents, and grandparents. That's all us families here together in one community. And as we look at these people closely, you should notice as well that they're huddled together as though they're embracing one another. Now that's another reason why we've taken the liberty to name this collection of stalagmites the village. As we pass alongside the village as well, you can hear as well as see water that is flowing down the reserve. This is one of the main streams that flows all through our cars cave, and we'll be following alongside it. But you're also seeing some spaces that have been exposed for our viewing. Now these are not ordinary spaces, and as you look through them, visualize this me as we are looking into what were once passageways used by Tony and Ole to climb upward, as we are now doing so but via tram, and as they did so they experienced difficulty being that they were 6-foot individuals. So you could imagine how cramped it might have been. They found an entrance right here which led them to one of the first caverns we will be visiting on this journey. This cavern that we are entering is called the Rotunda, or the Crystal Cavern, and as we enter the Rotunda, we are now reaching a depth of 80 feet beneath the surface of this island. We call it Rotunda due to its circular shape, and above your heads is a dome ceiling that's 50 feet in height. And this cavern that we just entered was carved by water, as was the ceiling that you can now see above your heads. And as we are in the Rotunda, this is also the first